Hello there, guys, and welcome back to 100% Chelsea for the preview of the League Cup game between Leicester and Chelsea, which is taking place tomorrow night. Um, you know, it's a simple preview, but it's really difficult for me to say who I think will start the game. Of course, we all know it's a big game for us because we didn't do well against Liverpool. We need to sort of bounce back immediately. We've got Arsenal next weekend, so we need to get into the right rhythm again and not you know, be scared to lose again like we were last season. Um, so I think the most important thing is to sort of know is that Leicester have obviously played Champions League last week, midweek. Now they won the weekend again, but how fit is their squad going to be? How big is their squad? Can their squad manage this? Exactly this, because that's what everyone wasn't sure about. Like at the end of last year, how can they cope with Champions League, Premier League, Cup matches, and all that in succession? Um, we'll find out tomorrow, I think. Question is, how are we, ready for this? Is Antonio Conte going to stick with pretty much the same lineup that he used against Liverpool, or is he going to change it up a lot? Um, I don't know. So obviously, I think Begovic will start the game in goal. He did against Bristol Rovers as well. I think he's probably going to play most League Cup matches, maybe in the FA Cup as well. Um, David Luiz and Gary Cahill will probably start as the centre back partnership again because Sean Terry's still injured. He's doing really well with his recovery. If you've seen it on Instagram, on his Instagram, so I think he should be back for Arsenal, probably. Um, and I think Marcos Alonso will get his debut. Whether that is instead of Aspi or instead of Ivanovic, I'm not too sure. I would obviously play him instead of Ivanovic, but I just feel like Ivanovic is going to stay in there just to, have the experience and stuff. Even though, well, I say even though, but actually I thought Aspi was a lot worse than Ivanovic was against Liverpool. So it's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. But I'm pretty sure that Marcos Alonso will get his debut for us. And in midfield, it's another one. I hope Kante plays. I'm not sure what kind of reception he will get. Probably not a good one. But, we saw it against Bristol Rovers when we played with Matic and Fabregas as a two holding mid. Doesn't work. Does not work. Like last season. So hopefully Kante plays. I would play Fabregas and Chaloba, Fabregas and Loftus-Cheek, Fabregas and Oscar. Just don't play Matic. Just stop playing Matic, please. Just play Fabregas. He deserves to be there. He's done well every single time he came on. He didn't do well against Bristol Rovers, fair enough. Not that well anyway. But he just has to start tomorrow. Don't care what anyone else says, he has to start tomorrow. Hazard will probably stay in the team. I hope Moses can come in instead of Willian. And up front is a difficult one. It's a really difficult one because, Costa has obviously been doing incredibly well. But Batshuayi, when he has played, he's been on form. He's been completely world class. Well, maybe not world class, but he's been really, really good. He scored against Watford. He scored two against Bristol Rovers. He assisted the goal against West Ham. So he deserves to play. Whether we're going to play two up front like we did against Bristol Rovers, I'm not too sure. I'm really not too sure. But I don't think we'll do that against Leicester. I think there will be, Bristol Rovers obviously a League One team, so that is, or is it League Two? I'm not. I think League One anyway. So with Leicester, I think there will be, our team is not set to play two up front just yet. It's clearly not, especially if you have someone making his debut in Marcos Alonso, David Luiz playing his second game, since returning. So I think we're going to stick with one up front. I hope it's going to be Batshuayi, and I have a feeling it's going to be Batshuayi. I don't think Jonathan Mikel will get a look in. He hasn't been in the squad, I think, has he? No, he wasn't in the squad against Liverpool. I don't think Ruben Loftus-Cheek will play midfield. Maybe he will start up front next to Batshuayi, like he did against Bristol Rovers, but it just doesn't look like Conte sees Ruben Loftus-Cheek as a central midfielder. Whether I agree with that or not, different story. I hope Chaloba can get a game because I think he's really good. He's really impressed me in pre-season, but I just doubt that one as well. So I think Begovic in goal, Marcos Alonso on the left, David Luiz and Gary Cahill in the centre, Ivanovic as the right back, Kante as the holding midfielder, Fabregas. Yeah, I'm going Fabregas and Oscar. Hazard on the left, Moses on the right, and I think Batshuayi up front. Of course, Pedro could start instead of Hazard as well. Hazard wasn't particularly great against Liverpool and Swansea, to be honest. Like, he was good, probably behind Diego, our best attacking player, but still not good enough. Not as good as he can be and not as good as he should be. Um, but yeah, and talking about Leicester, I really don't know how many subs are they going to make. Is Slimani going to play again? He played on the weekend, scored his first 2 goals. Is Musa going to come in? Vardy, would he play again? He probably will, but, what about Mahrez? What about, Albright and Drinkwater? What about all them lot? Huth, Morgan, are they all fit enough to play that many games in succession? Sorry about that. I'm really not too sure. It's really difficult for me to predict Leicester. Anyway, I think we can win tomorrow because I think Leicester won't field their strongest team because I think Champions League and Premier League is more important to them, so they will sort of rest quite a few players. So that's why I think we will have the advantage. If we play them, their best team against our best team at this moment in time, wouldn't be too sure because they've been doing really well over the last week. But what I feel like Leicester's gonna put on the pitch. And what we're going to put on the pitch, I think we're going to beat them. It's probably going to be a close game. We'll probably concede again because we always concede, especially with John Terry not being there. So I'm going for a 3-1 victory. That's my prediction. Hopefully Batshuayi can score. Maybe Diego can come on and score another one. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the game. Louis and Sammy are going to be there tomorrow, so I'm pretty sure there's going to be fan cams. So look out for that tomorrow. I'm obviously going to do a review straight after the game. So, yeah, let's hope we can beat them. It's the road to Wembley. We need to get to Wembley. We need to win another trophy. Highly doubt we're going to win the league. So it's good to get an early trophy in February or March or whenever the final is. So that would be good. It can kick us on for the rest of the season. And I hope Antonio Conte sorts out whatever he's not happy with at the back. The first goal against Liverpool, complete shambles. Make subs earlier if the game is not going your way. Even though apparently he's not been a fan of that in his Juventus days either. So it's probably just his thing, stick with your starting 11 for as long as possible. But I think he still has to learn a little bit that in England, if you wait until the 80th minute to make your subs, there's not going to be much of a game left because there's going to be a little bit of time wasting. There's going to be fouls all over the place. There's going to be substitutions. There's not going to be a flow of the game anymore. So if you bring them on in the 80th minute, you probably get 4 or 5 minutes of actual play time, and that's not a lot to actually score a goal, is it? So I think he still has to sort of figure that out. That's just me. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But yeah, that's it from me. That's it from the preview for the Leicester versus Chelsea game in the League Cup tomorrow night. Leave me your thoughts down in the comments. What is your predicted lineup? What is your predicted final score? What do you think Leicester will do with it? Will they rest a few players? Will they start their main team? Just let me know. Leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. We massively appreciate every single sub. And yeah, upwards and onwards. Up to Chelsea. And I'll see you next time.